Hello, good day to everyone. My name is Vanessa Muschetti from Bitogo Cluster 2E16. I am here to discuss the assigned topic to me. First, let's talk about language. So, what is language? I know some of you will agree that it is something that we need just to connect to people around us and to talk even when we have a different language, especially to the person around the world whose their language is different from us. Okay, let's talk about this. First, I can say that the meaning of this is language is how we share our thoughts, our feelings, or ideas. It can be spoken, like what I did today. I will spoke. Then written or writing it in some ways that we want. Or even in a signs or hand gestures. How do we say I love you sometimes? Like when we're using our hands, we can have flying kiss. We can connect to people that we love by doing that. And he or she can feel what we want to say towards him or her. Yan. Or barely, we can write a poem, especially in a poem. When we're talking about a poem, we can go out our feelings and write it in a simple things that we can share towards that person how we feel like like uh, that tinubuang lupa in Filipino. We are that the writer of that poem says the feeling of him or her of what is really happening or what in our Filipinas. Yeah. You can poem is something that we need in order to be creative in using a language. We can be a deep person. Nagiging malalim tayo when we write a poem. Nagiging konektado tayo na naiintindihan or some people may understand what we want to say. Hindi man natin siya masabi ng derechahan o derecho, nagiging daan yung poem o nagiging way siya para masabi natin yung nararamdaman natin. Or in language pa, pwede rin tayong humiti, mag-wave. Language, form of language din daw po yun. It is something na simple, pero language po yun. Okay? Now, language is a tool that we use to connect with others. Yun lang yun, simple. Na nakakapag-connect tayo sa ibang tao and communicate ng maganda at talaga namang we can understand each other. It is a form of words na talagang gagamitin natin. Like what I said earlier, how do we say I love you without even speaking it? Diba? How can we make feel love to someone na hindi natin siya sinasabi or without speaking it? Maybe we can like hug, kiss, or even like what I said na flying kiss or making an action. So, maramdaman niya. Yan. Kayo po ba? How do you say I love you without speaking it? Okay. Yan. Sabi dito, language is a system of communication using symbols, sounds, or gestures. Yan. We use hand gestures like saka mga symbols to connect with them. And it allows us to express thoughts, emotions, and ideas. It's more towards its connection. Yan. Yan na nga. What is the four functions of language? Yan. Expressing emotions, sharing informations, building relationships, influencing others, creating art and humor. Yun, expressing emotions, and katulad na nga nung, like what I said, na it is something na inside us na nagiging language kasi when we try to speak or connect our feelings with that person. Yung sharing information, yun yung mga idea na we have. Tapos, nagiging language siya when we say it to someone. Yung mga nalalaman natin, yung mga understanding natin about some things na i-share natin ng maayos because of language. Yun yung nagiging function niya. Diba? Building relationships. Yan. Dahil nagkakameron tayo ng connections toward that sa isang tao or to that person, nagkaka-build ng relationship o nagkakaunawaan na nagiging mas better yung pag-uusap ninyo. Yan. Yung language din, yan, influencing others, nakakapag-influence tayo. We can be more, observant na ibigay yung kung ano yung nalalaman natin. To give what we have in our mind na nai-influensya natin, nagagaya nila tayo. They are speaking like what we do or what we speak. Like in this, our language, the English, it is a universal language that we need to learn. So, kailangan natin to influence others so that they can also learn what we are saying. Yan. Like me, I am practicing English because it is my major, but I'm trying hard. It is difficult, but I need to learn it. I want to learn it, and I will explore it. Yan. Creating art and humor. Let's talk about creating art and humor. When we say creating art and humor, we can be creative or unique of making a sense of what we say or what we are talking about. Yan. Dapat meron tayong sense of humor na yung language natin nagiging inspiring or minsan nagigib ng happiness sa iba. Let's talk about the elements of language. Ano-ano nga ba ito? We have here 5 elements of language. First, the phonology. When we say phonology, it is about the sounds o yung paano natin binibigkas or how we speak that language. Yun siya. Morphology. It is about the parts of the word. Yung mga parte ng salita na sinasabi natin. Syntax. Sentence structure. Paano ba natin naaayos yung mga sentence natin when we are talking? Paano ba natin siya ano ba yung sunod-sunod niya? Na-align ba natin siya ng maayos? Yung semantics. May meaning ba yung mga sinasabi natin? Meron ba siyang essence or relevant na maibibigay tayo doon sa sinasabi natin na language? Yan. Pragmatics. Yun, mga social use na ginagawa natin. When we say pragmatics, yan siya talaga yung kailangan natin gamitin. Social. Para makipag-socialize tayo. Yan. Okay? Now, language and culture. Yan. Ito naman yung language reflects traditions, values, and beliefs. It shapes how we see the world. Example, Bayanihan and Filipino culture. Yan. Nagre-reflect din pala yung mga language natin sa mga traditions that we have in our society, that we have in our culture. Like here in the Philippines, when yung mga Ilonggo, yung mga Pampanggenyo, like yung mga ginagawa nila ng culture, naging daan din yun to showcase their language, yung mga kultura nila. Yung hinalibawa po dito, yung naging example, yung bayanihan in Filipino culture natin na meron tayo, na isa sa mga maipagmamalaki nating mga Pilipino. Yan. Okay? Now, how we learn language. Paano ba natin siya natututunan? How can we express it? And how do we gain it? Yan. Yan. Sabi dito, let's say, through listening, imitation, and interaction, influenced by family, school, media. Language learning is emotional and social. Yan, through listening. Simula when we start being an teenager, kids, or adult, diba? When baby pa lang tayo, we're listening to our parents or to the person around us on what they are saying. They are teaching us to gain that language that we can adapt till now. Yan. Dahil din dun, minsan sa interaction, how do we interact with others? Yung socialization sa a lot of people that we have in our life. When we are talking to them, they can influence us to their language sometimes. Yan, sa school, when we're gathering, especially in high school, and until now, that college, that we need it, we can prove that we are gaining it because of the persons. That's why we have a teacher, we have a classmate to make us more knowledgeable and have wisdom to socialize and having that language that we have in our life today, and emotional and social, that we can connect to them better. And let's talk about the verbal versus non-verbal language. So what is the difference between the two of them? Verbal and non-verbal. So this says that verbals is about spoken or written words. Yan. It can be spoken yung when we are speaking or when we are about to write something. When we say naman na non-verbal, it is about the gestures, like in our hands when we're using it, in our eyes, or in our lips. Maybe we can use this in non-verbal. Our gestures, facial expressions, tone, both work together to create meaning. Yan. They are both important. But let's see the difference of them. When we are talking about verbal, we are talking using our mouth, our idea that comes within our mouth, or especially yung thinkings natin. Yan. But in non-verbal, it's more on we are using our body language to create a communication toward the person. So it's something that we need to know, because when we are creating a communication, we need to understand what we are using. It is non-verbal or verbal. So that is why we need to learn about this too. Why language matters? Why? It's because it's how we connect, learn, and grow. It builds empathy and understanding. It's the soul of education and community. Yan. Yan. Paulit-ulit kong sinasabi that it's how we connect and learn, then grow. So, relevant ng language para sa atin. We can't have that good communication, we can't have that good education, empathy, and we will never grow as a person if we have that language. Especially when we go to other country. How? How can we build a connection and communication? Now, let's talk about learning. What is learning? It says that learning is the process of gaining knowledge, skills, or attitudes through experience, study, or teaching. How do we explain this? Proceso. It's a process na that we get from maybe also like a language, we get this through experience, through the people that we are surrounded with, to the person who we interact with. They are doing this because we want to talk and learn from them. Yan. The attitudes that we have, nagigain din natin siya through process and learning. When your parents taught you to be good, when you're still a child, you will gain that until you became teenager and adult because that's what you learn from them. Or when you're in school, when you're not listening to your teacher, you can't learn. You can't have that knowledge that you need to know. When when you're surrounded with the people that didn't teach you the right thing, you will learn the wrong thing. That's what is learning. And learning is about studying. It's not just an experience, but you also need to study about this. You need to learn from your own. Maybe you can defend with others, but it's better to be independent on learning because it's good to have a teacher that will teach you, but sometimes it's more of you need to learn by your own. Now, learning is a process. Like language, it is a process. It's not instant, it takes time. We learn by doing, failing, by reflecting, like planting a seed and watching it grow. Yan. Like, katulad daw ng isang halaman na tinanim natin, hindi siya mag-grow yung learning natin pag hindi natin siya dinidiligan. Like, tumigil tayo. Hindi tayo nagpatuloy ng pag-aaral. Tapos, hindi tayo lalago kasi we're not making a way para magkameron tayo ng panibagong kakayahan o kaalaman towards something na kailangan nating gawin whenever we fail and whenever we lose our interest in it. It is something important that we learn whenever in any way, even in experience or in learning from others. We need to learn. It's not instant like what they said. Hindi siya pang madalian na kailangan nating pabilisin. Proseso rin siya. Proseso nga siya na kailangan nating gawin ng utay-utay para mag-sink in sa atin yung mga gusto nating matutuhan. Yan. Types of learning. Ano naman yung mga types ng learning na dapat nating na-adapt? Una yung cognitive, na pumapasok dun yung yung thinking and understanding natin. It is about our mind, how we think and learn to understand something in this. Okay, so how about emotional? It is about managing our feelings. How do we manage our feelings about some things, about the things that we learn? Paano ba natin siya nakokontrol? Paano ba natin na-adapt ng we're not going to a heartache or something? Social. Yan, social. From the word social, socialization. Yan, learning with others. We can learn from others. Like what I said earlier, that we learn through chatting with someone, through talking to someone and having that information and ideas from him or her that we can share also to others. Physical, and learning by doing. And let's have this action to learn. Let's have proof that we can do, not just depending on to others. Let's also have this feeling of taking our responsibility from what we need to learn. How do we learn? Through observation, through experience, through instruction, through reflection. And be observant so we can learn so much. Experience, having build relationship with others, talk to someone, be mindful, get wisdom, and use social media as a thing of advantage. Search what you need to learn. Don't use it for some nonsense things, so we can gain that experience. Through instruction, oh, we can also get this by putting some of your learnings through by step, like that. Through reflection, what you learn, what is your conclusion, what do you think it's the relevance of what you do. Okay. It says learning is personal. Everyone learns differently. Some needs visual, others need movement. Your way is valid. Kahit ano yung gawin natin, valid yun. Basta we're learn in a good thing. Like to other person, through reading, through watching, and by sharing information with some other stuffs. Like that. Learning changes the brain. And it can also change our brain. When nung tayo'y bata pa, that feeling natin medyo mahina ang utak natin at we can't deny na we are not just good in academics, but when we grow and learn, we became more intelligent and smart to do enough tasks in your life. And every time you learn, your brain rewires. It calls neuroplasticity. Learning literally makes you smarter. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It makes you smarter. Learning is emotional. We learn better when we feel safe and supported because emotions help us remember. That's why humor and kindness matter. Yan. So we understand this. Do we understand this? That learning is emotional? We learn better when we feel it and safe about this because emotions help us remember. Sometimes when we forget in our mind, nararamdaman po siya ng ating emotions. Nagiging, it's better, mas maganda nga yun sometimes that yung learnings natin, magawa natin siya in a way na hindi lang dahil kailangan at sinasabi ng utak mo, minsan ilabas mo din through your feelings in your heart and not just dahil kailangan lang. Yan. Learning takes courage. So, how do we say that we need courage in learning? Kasi sometimes we get laziness. Tinatamad tayo to learn. Hindi tayo nagiging komportable. So, yung courage, hanapin natin siya para ituloy-tuloy natin yung pagkatuto or yung ginagawa natin. Learning takes courage. Mistakes are part of learning. It's okay to know yet. keep going, you're growing. Yun, parte daw po ng pagkatuto ang isang pagkakamali. Mistakes, tingnan natin yung mistakes natin as a motivation to do something better. Yan. Kasi napaka-importante ng learning. When you failed, don't give up. Just prove that you can do it. Yan. Learning is the journey that never ends. Yan. Walang katapusan ng pagkatuto. Hanggat buhay tayo, until we die, we need to learn. Because just what we are, a people that need to learn. Not just us, that the future teacher, and not all of the person that taking courage of their studying. All of the people around the world needs to learn something, even that is different. But we need to learn and never give up. And now, let's talk about the principle of interactive language teaching. Now, let's talk about the principle 1. It is learning is student-centered. O talagang ang bata o ang estudyante talaga ang sentro ng pagkatuto. Ayan. Teachers guide but students actively build knowledge. For example, pairing students with different skill levels for a role play activity. Yan. Teachers lang yung nag-guide sa atin to learn, pero tayo pa rin yung mag-gain ng knowledge, tayong mga estudyante. That's what we need to learn also as a future educator, that being a student means you need to learn by your own. Teachers will just guide us. For example, there's a criteria in a role play. May criteria na dun, binigay ni teacher. So, what you need to do is work on it. Hindi niya ibibigay yung gagawin mo. Just prove na kaya mong magawa ng sarili mong role play for na i-adapt mo yung nasa criteria for judging na binigay sa inyo. So, that is something that we also need to learn. Yan. Principle 2, interaction builds language. Language grows through real communication. Yan. Nag-grow ang isang lingwahe or ang wika natin pag nakikipag-communicate tayo. Students learn by speaking, listening, and responding. Example, group discussions, skits, or dialogue journals. Yan. Like what we tackle in language, the first lesson. That language is very important. Lalo na sa communication. Kasi doon siya nag-grow. Yan. Let's talk about the principle 3, creativity and flexibility. Description. Language is elastic. Students should explore and play with it. Yeah, be creative. Like what I said, be creative in using language, especially us, the English major. When we are using English language, we need to showcase that we are not just saying it, but we have a humor that can connect to others while using it. Yeah. Mistakes are part. Yan. Mistakes are part of learning, like what I said. Yan, creating memes. Yun, yung mga jokes or mga nakakatawa, memes, poems, yung expressing our emotions through writing this, comic strips, yan, in the target language. Principle 4, real world and cultural context. So, language is tied to culture and daily life. Teaching should include the authentic materials and local relevance. For example, using Filipino idioms or community stories in lesson. Yan. It's about something that we teach na mag-i-include tayo ng mga kakaibang materials na mahalaga para magkameron ng kulay yung pagtuturo natin. Principle 5, respect, emotion, and support description. Learning thrives in safe, respectful environments. Emotional connection boosts memory and motivation. Example, teaching using humor, empathy, and encouragement. Yan, napakahalaga po nung respect towards us. Respect na nanggagaling sa estudyante, respect na nanggagaling from teacher. Now, what is approaches to language teaching? Yan, pag-usapan naman natin yung approaches ng pagbibigay ng language sa teaching. Yan. It is about refer to the broad philosophies or guiding principles that shape how language are taught. They answer the big question, what do we believe about how people learn language and influence the methods, materials, and classroom activities teachers use? Yan. It is about what do we believe about language. Paano ba natin siya pinapaniwalaan na nakakatulong sa atin? Saka yung mga materials na ginagamit natin sa classroom. Nagiging importante ba siya towards our teaching? Na nakaka-impluwensya ba siya towards our language? Paano ba niya sinishape ang ating pakikipag-konekta sa ating estudyante? Yan. Now, let's talk about the grammar translation approach. Nakapokus naman po ito sa reading and writing in the target language, emphasize grammar rules and vocabulary memorization. So, it focuses on our memory, yung mga minememorize natin ng mga importante. Tapos yung how do we use language ng tama? Are we using a correct grammar or not? Are we having that sentence correctly? And rules like the past participle, present past participle, or anything that, or yung mga parts of speech that we need to learn yet. We need to apply that. Direct method. Immersive teachers language through speaking only. No translation, meaning is learned through context. Example, teaching apple by showing the word, not translating. Yun. It's also about teaching directly. O yung, pero sometimes you still need to be creative by thinking. Yan, showing, saying the word. Means yun, katulad yan, yung apple, gamitin siya to showcase the word para mas makakatch ng attention ng tuturuan mo. Yan, total physical response or TPR. It combines movement with language learning. Great for beginners and kinesthetic learners. Example, stand up, sit down, touch your nose as commands like this. Yan. Communicative language teaching or CLT. It focuses on real-life communication. Like, it's a casual thing that we are talking to someone, to our family, to our friends, like that. It's what you call communicative language teaching. But grammar is learned through use, not drills. Example, role-playing a market conversation in English. Yan. When you're in a market, you're having a conversation to the owner of the store to get what you need to buy. So that is something that communicative language teaching. Yeah. Task-based language teaching. Student complete meaningful tasks using the target language. It focuses on influence and problem solving. Planning a trip using language website and presenting it. Yan. Nakapokus na po ito sa problem solving. Yung halimbawa, yung you plan a trip using English website and presenting it, but you're not good at it. So you need to plan and use it correctly. If you learn from me and include all of what I said. To our conclusion, no single approach fits all. Combined methods to meet students' needs. Interactive, emotional, and creative teaching makes language come alive. Yan. Yan. I hope you understand this. That we, from all of the things that I said, ito po yung pinakang gusto kong or I want you to get, that being emotional and creative makes language come alive. Yun yung pinakang, that's what I'm pointing for. That when we became creative in using language, mas nagkakameron ng life yung sinasabi natin at mas nagiget natin yung attention ng kausap natin when we share something knowledgeable. Yan. And may memes po ako dito to make you more get me and make some fun of it. And language, well, language should kiss you and tell, then deliver you a punch of grammar that will never fail from the verbal communication that you need to know and learn. Well, that's all. Thank you.